exciting last quarter there, Adam.
Yes.
Second one in a row for you guys.
Yeah. Game was a little different this week to what it was last week. But it's nice to be in a position where, what were we behind? 26 maybe at three-quarter time, 28, something like that. To be able to fight our way back, get the result, continue to play our way throughout that last quarter, and then be able to manage the game when it's in a situation where, Hawthorn are trying to win it. So.
Can you talk us through what you said to the boys in the room at the on the ground at the three-quarter time?
It's just a matter of getting back to looking like a Giants style of footy. I thought for the most part, partly because of us, partly because of Hawthorn's defence, we were a little bit slow, felt like we were a little bit boring with the ball, to be fair. And so we were able to then generate a little bit of run from behind, a bit of speed on the ball, and looked a bit more exciting. And that allows us to score. I don't know what we scored, maybe 6 goals out of the back half in the last quarter, both from stoppage and turnovers. So when you're able to generate the style of offence, it makes inside 50 scoring a little easier because the numbers are a little lower. So, we weren't doing that. Hawthorn were defending really well, restricting us, and so we were able to finally break that open.
It looked like they were trying to press up a bit higher and deny the corridor for you guys. Is it handy having that plan B? It seems like in recent weeks you've been willing to play with the ankles a bit more. Is that something you guys are doing?
I mean, it's something that has been a little bit inconsistent across the year for us, our offensive pieces, particularly from the back half. I feel like we've had really good moments, but we've had too many moments where we haven't been able to generate inside 50s from our back half. And so we continue to work on building that consistency week to week, and it's still a work in progress. I mean, there'll be patches today where we weren't able to do it, so we've got to continue to try and address them. But I think we're at our best when we're able to generate that style of game, and we've got to just be able to do that for a little longer.
There was a period there where Jesse, I think, had 3 of your 4 goals and then 4 of your 5. How handy is that, having a big guy like that who always throws his hand up and took the mark near the end that nearly iced the game?
Yeah.
How good is it to have him?
Oh, it's great. I mean, he's a critical piece to our structure. We rely on him heavily. Sometimes we rely on him too much, and I'd like our other guys to pull their weight, but it's difficult when you're putting Jesse as a key forward and then you're playing a 25 game next to him, 19, 20-year-old, and you've got a 20-year-old playing his 3rd game. And so that becomes then their focus shifts to Jesse a little bit more. And, we had Max and Aaron ahead of the ball trying to contribute, and I thought they competed for the most part quite well, but they're not really a threat yet. And so they will be, but they've got to get that experience. They've got to grow and develop both physically and mentally to withstand the type of players that they play on each and every week. And so having Riccardi out this week, we lost that sort of mature body ahead of the ball, which made our reliance on Jesse even more. And so we need to make sure that we continue to find ways where we're not solely relying on Jesse to score.
So Riccardi's a couple of weeks. Brown, is he coming into your mind right now? Are you going to give
he's certainly discussed. Callum is playing in the VFL at the moment. He's healthy. He's just not banging the door down how we'd like it at this point in time. But again, we discuss this each and every week, and we try and pick the best mix for our team. Max has been dominant in the VFL, both from a contest perspective, but also hitting the scoreboard. So he was due his opportunity, and I think we'll continue to work with him because we see great potential with him. But in the short term, it's probably not a perfect world, and so we need to continually assess that.
How good is it to see Tom Green get the winning goal in front of his home crowd?
Yes, it was great. I was pleased when it went through, obviously. Yeah, I mean, he's a fantastic player. He loves coming back down to Canberra. He's running around yesterday telling everyone that Canberra's the best place in the world, and I think he genuinely believes that. And so that passion rubs off on everyone who he's around. And so we typically try and play at our absolute best in front of, again, a sold-out crowd here in Canberra. We have magnificent support, and we have players from this region too, more importantly, for our performance perspective. So we were sold out again, had to push people back from the gate, so I'm led to believe, able to win down here, so we've won every game down here. We might, if we can make finals, we might shift our home games back down to here, and it's been such a good venue for us. So, we love coming down here, and he plays a pivotal role in that.
Did his family cook you guys dinner again?
No, we didn't do that this time. We did that earlier on in the year. Twice a year is probably a little bit too much. Yes.
Do games like that scare you or please you this time of year?
Please me.
Yeah.
I mean, Hawthorn were a really, really good team. Let's not push that aside. They were the better team today, I thought. They won probably 2.5 quarters. We won 1.5, I felt. Their ability in and around the contest to get their hands on the ball, fight through tackle, use their shape to release their runners or find a mark, I think is as good as there is in the league right now. And so they challenged us in that area, and we had moments where we didn't cope, and we had moments where we did. And so playing that style of game, which is ultimately a finals brand, against a team who's probably, along with the Bulldogs, arguably the most informed team in the competition, I think is great preparation for us. I mean, they're going to be a good team, Hawthorn, if they're not already. And so, to play those sort of teams and end up not quite playing our best but still coming out on top is really important and really pleasing.
So just on that three-quarter time shift, I think there was a very visible intent to play on more quickly out of defence, handball, run fast.
Yep.
Is it as simple as play on faster, run wider to make that shift?
I'd like to think so, but it's not quite that simple. I mean, we shuffled a few magnets around. Brent Daniels went into the midfield and really impacted heavily. I think he had a dozen possessions in that quarter and generated a lot of drive, and he has certainly got fast feet around the stoppage, so that helped. We played James Peatling and Toby Bedford as forwards. They've lived this year so far as midfielders. We put them forward because, again, they've got fast feet and they pressure, and they've got that sort of physical capability. And so we shuffled the magnets, but then just encourage our guys to play. Let's make it look like a game that we'll be proud of. And we started to build the pressure, and that's always nice.
And was that because Lloyd was sort of got on top of Kieran in the air in the ruck contest? I know Kieran's
No, not really. No, not really. I mean, I didn't think. I thought Briggsy, that battle as a ruck duo was pretty hard fought. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back to the tape to see whether we come out on top or lost that battle. But I felt like the bigger problem was the ground level. They were getting after that ball, that loose ball, a bit better than us, getting it,
like
sending it forward.
a bit.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's how they play, and they're very, very good at it. And so if we allowed them to play their way, it's always going to be challenging for us. So we knew that. Like I said before, there were moments where we coped with it well. There were moments where we didn't. And so if the guys on the inside, aren't quite getting it done, well, let's shuffle the magnets and see if we can find people who can.
Any injuries or niggles coming out of it?
No, not that I'm aware of. I think we were pretty good. We expect to get Josh Kelly back next week. I think he's got to get through training, but I think that's all but certain, and hopefully, fingers crossed, with Cornelia.
You mentioned bringing a home final down here. Is that something that's actually under discussion?
No, I don't think so.
we can make it happen.
Right.
Give it a push.
Smarter people than me make those decisions. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.